Crypto Disciple. Today we are going to be mining with Trex miner version 23.2, the light hash rate unlock. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and start up Trex miner. Let's go ahead and get it started. And as you can see here, I've already got mine set. And if you see here, there's a LHR 4 because I've already set my light hash rate intensity, and I'll show you all how to do that here in just a second. So now that I got that started up and launched, I'm going to go ahead and go over to MSI Afterburner, which is my weapon of choice per se for my overclocks. So now that we got those up to and running, I'm going to go ahead and let Trex miner go ahead and just go ahead and get set up. And so while we're waiting on this to go ahead and get connected and give us our starting hash rate, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to configure the Trex miner. If you come down here, I've already got my bat file created and ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and show you my bat file. So this is the configuration right off of Trex's page. If you go to the GitHub or if you and check it out, it's going to tell you this is the code you need to use. Now, the only biggest difference is I went ahead and inserted my Ethereum wallet address. So your code comes right here. This is your worker name. So the part that you need to add for this is going to be this --LHR tune space 4. So what that is, and it's just telling it for light hash rate cards to tune it, and you're going to tune it to a setting of 4. The settings are 0, 4, and 8. And they say if you start off right to 8, there's a good chance that it could lock out your card. So they suggest that you start at tune of 4, and then you can adjust from there based on the cards that you're running. So as you can see here, it's up and running now. We're running. It started off here. It gave us what 43 mega hash at 241 watts, and then it came up to 46 mega hash at about 250 watts. So we're going to let that level out, and then I'm going to show you my overclocks that I have set for this 3070 Ti for the Wins 3 light hash rate card. And that is what I'll be using here to test these overclocks today. So it looks like it's up to 47 mega hash, about 246 watts. We'll give it another little couple minutes here, level out a little bit, and after it levels out, we'll go ahead and set our overclocks and see what we can get out of her. All right, so 46.47, 47.11, back to 46.10. I would call it 46 to 47 mega hash at 247 and 250 watts. So what I'm going to do for this 3070 Ti, I'm going to go ahead and come over here. I'm going to leave your power limit at 100 and your temp limit at 83. For your core clock, I'm not going to touch the core clock right now. So as I said, you're going to leave your power limit set at 100, your temp limit at 83. We're going to leave the core clock at 0 because we're going to set some absolute core clocks here in just a second. I'll show you how to do that with the MSI Afterburner. So we're going to come to the memory clock here, and we're going to go ahead and set your memory clock to 1150. And we're going to leave the fan speed on auto and just let it decide what it needs to keep it cooled. So for our absolute core clocks, if you check in MSI Afterburner right here next to core clock, it says core clock megahertz, and there's these 3 little lines right here to the left of it. We're going to select those 3 little lines, and this shows your frequency range. What we're going to do is we're going to come right down here, and we're going to figure out which one we want. I want to set to mine to 1560 for now, because I found this to be a pretty good range. And if on your keypad or in your keyboard, if you just go ahead and hit the L, it's going to lock. Now right there, now you see that yellow line pop up. It's saying I got the core clock locked at 1560. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply those settings, and we're going to see how it affects the card. As you can see right off the bat, we went from 46.15 up to 47.7, and if the biggest difference I see right now is you went from 248 watts to 184 watts, which is a big change. So right off the bat, I can tell you these overclocking and undervolting is going to make a big difference for your ROI. Considering that you're bringing that power limit, that power consumption down a lot. Let's see where we get to for on our mega hash as this evens out. We're going to watch this for a few minutes, let it even out, and then we'll go from there. All right. We've been letting it run for a little over 15 minutes now. As you can see, we're at 53.46 mega hash at 190 watts, which 190 watts from the 240, 250 we started at is a huge difference in your wattage. So we went from 43 to 46 mega hash, and we gained about 10 more mega hash to 53, 54 mega hash, running between 184 and 190 watts, which to me that's a considerable jump when it comes to your ROI. 10 mega hash and about 50, 60 plus watts is a pretty good little change there from our overclocks and undervolt. So I hope you all got some good information on this video today, and please like and subscribe because it truly helps. Thanks, y'all have a good night.